Normal casting off is knitting each stitch and then lifting the previous one over the new one and off the needle. Casting off in pattern means maintaining your stitch pattern of knits and purls while casting off. Let's do that on a piece of knit 2, purl 2 ribbing. I start by knitting the first 2 stitches in the row. I then take my left needle, insert it from left to right across the front of my first stitch, and then lift it over the second stitch and off the needle. I maintain tension on my yarn to keep that second stitch from popping off the end of the needle as well. My next 2 stitches are purl stitches, so I need to bring my yarn forward and purl the next stitch. I then hold tension on the yarn in the front of the needle, lift the knit stitch over the purl stitch, and off the needle. I purl the next stitch, and holding tension on the yarn in the front of the needle, I lift the purl stitch over the second one and off the needle. I'm now back to knit stitches, so I need to move my yarn to the back, knit the next stitch, lift the purl stitch over the knit stitch and off the needle, and then knit the second stitch, lift over and off. I continue along, knitting my knit stitches and purling my purl stitches as I come to them. Lift over and off. And purl, lift over and off. Let's go to the end of the row. I've just completed my second to last stitch. I now purl my last stitch in the row, and then lift the second to last stitch over the last stitch and off the needle. I put down my empty needle. I take my scissors, and leaving a 4 to 6 inch or 10 centimeter tail, I cut my yarn. Open that loop up, elongate it, take my needle out, and then I'm going to pass that tail through the loop and pull to tighten. And just adjust. And that's it. Casting off in pattern.